Okay, going to try and just give you a little additional twist to the titles that I did in the previous video. I'm getting a feel for it now. So here's what I've done with this one. It's the same deal, but as you can see, I've taken the Guardian logo and put that in there. And again, there's a slight difference in the way that they are zooming in. So how did I do that? Let's very quickly see if I can make one for you. Text again, new text, default text. I want to get this font right. So I'm going to say, I'm going to use the sun for this one. So I'm going to make it a bit more. Say, a terrific film. Okay, that's more sun-like, isn't it? A bit more populist. Let's highlight that. Let's see if I can get my. We're going to center it. Put it a little bit higher because I'm going to bring the sun in underneath. Back to our keyframing. And we're into let's just get to where we can see it. I'm going to shorten it down so it's roughly the same. Get these out of the way. So remember we went to effects. I forgot to select a clip. We're looking at motion. We're going to create a place where, let's say we're going to be back here. You see, I'm using the numbers here. I found this is a smoother way of doing it. I'm going to go to the end of the clip, just on the last frame. And I'm going to say, well, this is going to be a bit bigger. Something like that. Let's just see how that looks. Yeah, that's all right. That meets my wishes. Okay, so then what I've done is I've found a transparent PNG of the sun. What I'm going to do is save the image. There it is. So I'm going to put it in there. Now, this is slightly complicated, but on your Macs, you have Photoshop Elements. You need to open Photoshop and open the file that you have just downloaded. So I'm going to find that. I put it in here. There it is. Okay, and then you need to save it again. Save as. And you need to save it as not a PNG, but as a PSD, okay, which is the top one in that list. And yes, we want it to maximize compatibility. That's the key thing. Okay, so I'll save that now. I'm going to import it into here. Add media. I'm going quickly, but you can. So can you see that's the one we just made? And it's going to be down the bottom here. So I'm going to drag it over here. I don't want it to do that. So now, with any luck, I hope, this is going on and behind. And now what we have to do is make this work for the sun as well. So let's bring the sun over here and do the same thing. We select it. We go to motion. We're going to keyframe. Here's our first keyframe. Let's get it in the right place and the right size. So we're going to go back. I'm I'm sliding back here, shrinking it down. Position, I want it a bit lower, so lower is down here. I think even a little bit smaller will do it. Okay, so that looks like a reasonable starting place for me. I'm going to shorten this a bit. And we're going to go to the end of it now. Okay, and where do we want it to finish? Well, it's going to have to be a little bit bigger. Like that. And what I did with the other one, the Guardian one that you saw, I moved it slightly downwards. So it was just moved a little bit away so that the two, the letters and the title of the newspaper don't, so it would, that looks all right. I think I might just move it a little bit more there. See, that's moving down in relation to a terrific film. Okay, so there we are. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah. And obviously, if we want to do the fade in, fade out, we're going to play around with these as we did with the last one. Then you're going to have to do the same thing for those two clips so that you get the fade in, fade out that we had in the earlier one that we did. Let's just, where is that one? This one. Yeah, remember we did that fade in. You can see the edit points there if you want to do that for this one. Okay. Anyway, there's the Guardian. And there's the Sun. Give it a go.